Welcome everyone to the Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. I have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button that's on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. If your question is for one specific school, please note that in your question. But again, you can do that at any time throughout the session. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You don't have to worry about what you look like. Just sit back, relax, and get all this great information from our presenters over the next 45 minutes. This is just one of the many different sessions happening. Be sure to sign up for additional ones where you signed up for this one. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. I've gotten all the housekeeping stuff out of the way, so now I will get out of the way. I will first share with you the order of our presenters this late afternoon. We're in the 5 o'clock session, so in the middle right where the pointer, the red pointer is the order of our presentations tonight. So now I will turn it over to our first presenter, which will be the University of Washington, Seattle.
Great, thanks so much. My name is Ben Siegel, and I'm one of the admissions counselors at the University of Washington Seattle campus. So we're glad you're joining. We're glad that you're joining us tonight here. I'm the admissions counselor for the Spokane area, so happy to connect with you all. I'm joined by my colleague Joe Franco, so he'll be in the chat today, helping answer some questions. Just getting us started, I want to talk about where our campus is located. UW Seattle is in Seattle, Washington, just about a few miles north of downtown Seattle. So you hop on the light rail, hop on the metro bus, you're just about 10 minutes away from downtown Seattle. So if you want to catch a pro sports game, you want to go to a concert, check out different restaurants and the food scene in the Seattle area, you're well connected to downtown in that urban environment in Seattle. Additionally, very well connected to a lot of the natural beauty in Seattle. So this picture right here on our slide, taken right from the middle of campus. So on the shores of Lake Washington, rent a canoe, head out in Lake Washington, hop on the Berkelman Trail if you want to go for a bike or run up along the shores of Lake Washington. And then off in the distance there, you can see the foothills of the Cascades. So about an hour or so out there from Seattle. So well connected if you enjoy doing those outdoor activities right now or want to explore it in college. Seattle area is a great thing for that. Moving on to academics here, UW has about 180 different majors. It's anything ranging from political science to computer science, Spanish, environmental studies, a little bit of everything that we have to offer here at the UW campus. I'd say most students come in as pre-major students to UW, explore their different pathways before applying to their major their first or second year. Some of our majors do directly admit students as well, but that's a very small handful. In addition to working in classroom as part of your learning, a lot of our students will take advantage of research as part of their UW experience. So UW receives more federal funding for research than any other public institution in the US. So faculty, graduate students doing research, and our undergrads, about 9,000 on average a year, will participate in research as well. So that could be on campus and our health sciences building. That could be out in the San Juan Islands at the Friday Harbor Labs, doing marine biology or oceanography research. So lots of opportunities to engage with research as well as internships, volunteer, other things outside the classroom. UW's a large campus, but we have lots of different student clubs and organizations where students can build those smaller communities. So, you want to get involved with Harry Potter Club, you want to play on our club rugby team, for example. You want to join something that's a little bit more professional related, such as like pre-health club. That's something that you can pursue at UW. So great way to build those smaller communities on campus. Another way a lot of students will connect with other students is through housing. So about 70% of our freshmen do choose to live on campus here at the University of Washington. So residence halls. Then about 14% of our students do participate in Greek life. So if you're interested in fraternities or sororities, something that you're more than welcome to check out. Housing is not required for freshmen. So if you want to live with friends or family in the Seattle area, more than welcome to do so. As it relates to our freshman retention rate and average time to graduation, 94% freshman retention. I think this is just indicative of our support services here at the UW and students' opportunity to enjoy their education here. Be it meeting with academic advisors, connecting with professors at office hours, or just building that community with students who have similar interests to yourselves. Our students really enjoy their education and time here at UW. 4 years average time to graduation. We want to make sure students can move on to those next steps after graduation. So here's just some of the employers in the Seattle area. About 58% of our students will have an internship before they graduate. So lots of great ways for students to make those connections before they graduate, with the support of our Career Center as well, as they look for those jobs and other opportunities post-graduation. So really quickly about our application process here, UW is on the coalition application. That's the one and only way to apply to UW as a freshman applicant. About 80% of the application is this profile section, more general information about yourself, open to students at any time throughout high school. The UW question section opens up on September 1st of your senior year. That's like personal statement, first and second choice major, which we can take into consideration as part of holistic review, as well as applying to our honors program, all within the UW question section. $80 application fee, but that can be waived if you qualify. There is a fee waiver section on the coalition determine if you qualify for a fee waiver. Few quick things. We do not ask for transcripts. You're going to be self-reporting your coursework. We don't ask for letters of recommendation, and new this year, we do not require SAT or ACT scores. So we can post more links in the chat about that if you have questions about our SAT or ACT policy. Lots more information on our website. We do a holistic review process. So essentially this means we're looking at your academic preparation performance is the leading pillar of our holistic review. We're really unpacking your high school GPA. We want to see the courses you're taking throughout high school. We want to see students challenging themselves through rigorous coursework or just exceeding those minimum college academic distribution requirements. We're looking at things like grade trend as well. So that's just academic preparation in a nutshell. Personal achievements and characteristics, that refers to information we're going to gather from personal statement, short response essay, activity log, as well as additional information section. So we want to get to know you. We'll take lots of different bits of information into consideration as part of holistic review. Here's our mid 50 percentiles for admitted students. So for Washington residents, as you can see on the left side, that's our middle chunk of admitted students there. For the GPA, again, we're not requiring SAT or ACT scores this year, but more than welcome to submit them if you would like to. Quick deadlines here. The main one I want to point out is our November 15th application deadline. That's our one and only deadline. So no early action, no early decision. November 15th is our one and only admission deadline there. So quick side note, if you're applying for financial aid too, FAFSA and WASFA open up today. Priority deadline, January 15th for University of Washington. Last little thing here around scholarships. We have the Husky Promise and Presidential Scholarship. Students are considered for these based on applying to the UW. Husky Promise Scholarship students need to fill out a FAFSA or WASP in order to be considered for that one. But lots more information on our website about Husky Promise and the Presidential Scholarship. Just two of our admission scholarships we have here. That's all the information I have today in this short period of time. You have my email here, and I'll be available with Joe in the breakout session after to help answer any other questions you have. But thank you all so much.
Ben, thank you very much. And we will continue now with, by the way, if you have questions, use the Q&A button on your screen to answer or ask those. And if they're for a specific school, note that in your question. Now, the University of Washington, Bothell.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Garrick Sherburne. I use the pronouns he, him, his, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about UW Bothell today. First, I do want to note that I am a Spokane native. I grew up in Spokane. I'm a proud graduate of North Central High School, so I feel like I've come full circle, and I'm so excited to present to you all today. So let's get started. Okay. I sometimes click the wrong thing and it like jumps a couple slides. So, okay, great. So University of Washington actually has 3 campuses. It's not just one. So University of Washington Bothell, University of Washington Seattle, and University of Washington Tacoma. They're all separate campuses, but they're still the same UW experience. So a lot of people are like, where is Bothell? And the best way I could describe it, it's about 30 minutes north of Seattle, the downtown greater Seattle area. With every University of Washington, regardless of which campus you go to, your diploma says University of Washington. It's not going to say UW Seattle, UW Bothell. It's all the same university, just very different campus sizes and different campus like kind of programs offered at a few different ones. So depending on what you want to study and how you want to study can really influence which UW is the right fit for you. A great thing about our faculty is that they're just that, they're faculty. We don't have any graduate assistants or any teaching assistants teaching any of our classes. So you're working with the professionals in the field. And lastly, as I mentioned, we are a smaller UW, so it's going to be more of a student-focused campus and definitely smaller class sizes that comes with that kind of more intimate UW experience. A little snapshot about UW-B, we're about 6,000 students strong. Our average class size is about 6,000, or not 6,000, our average class size is not 6,000. Our average class size is about 30 students. And our in-state tuition is around $11,000, and that's going to be equivalent to a lot of the UWs. A lot of UWs are very similar in the tuition cost. if not exactly match. Let's talk a little bit about the timeline for first year admission. So we are also on the coalition application, which means you can fill out the application profile section and utilize it for the Bothell and Seattle campus application. So you can ideally save a ton of time and a ton of energy applying to multiple campuses. However, with that, you do need to check box UW Seattle or UW Bothell or both, depending on what you're intending to apply to. If you only check one, we'll never receive the information that you did not send to the other schools. So definitely keep track of the schools you're checking off and checking off the right schools. We have two different deadlines, which are a little different from the Seattle campus. November 15th is our early action deadline. If you apply by November 15th, you'll receive an admissions decision by the New Year's. That decision is non-binding, so you can still apply other places, go other places. It just gets you early information if you've been admitted or not. Our regular decision deadline is January 15th, so you do need to get your application turned in by January 15th. You'll receive an admissions decision on that application about mid-March. And then our financial aid deadline is January 15th, regardless of when you're applying. So definitely make sure that you focus on your application if you're applying early action, but no, financial aid deadline does not change due to when you're applying. And then National Decision Day is May 1st. So definitely keep these dates in mind. A lot of colleges have different dates floating around. Seattle has one deadline, we have two. Some schools are December 1st, some schools are December 31st. So definitely keep track of your deadlines. It's going to be so important as you are going through your college search process. My next slide here, I want to talk a little bit about holistic review, which is something Ben had mentioned. And the easiest way I can break it down is that there's no automatic admit or automatic deny based on GPA and test scores alone. And the reason for that is that holistic review. So with all these factors, your cumulative grade trend, your GPA, rigor of curriculum, and optional test scores, those are kind of telling us about you academically, whereas your personal statement, your activities log, and then any additional comments are telling us about you personally. So it kind of makes two pieces of the application over a whole application. So you want to focus on all aspects of your application to have the best chance of being admitted. With all these factors, we're always looking for reasons to admit people. We're never looking for reasons to deny people. So if you can provide us evidence to support your admission, we're going to take it and we're going to use it. And I do want to mention we are test optional also. The SAT and ACT has proven to have some systemic barriers in terms of identity. And so we are so excited to be test optional. So submitting scores or not submitting scores will not hurt your application in any way, shape, or form. So if you don't have to take the test for another college that requires it, I would recommend not taking it at all. So yes. And lastly, I do want to talk about some of our upcoming events. Since we are all virtual this year, we're going to do a lot more virtual programming, which means we can connect with you more often, which I think is so exciting. So we have a senior application workshop this fall where we can help you with that coalition profile because it can be a little tricky sometimes. We have student panels in October and December, and then we have a really cool program called Aim for College. That's going to be for anyone that is trying to explore college, kind of navigate the system a little bit. We're going to kind of break it down and give you some more information through that. And lastly, I do want to mention we are going to be here after all the presentations for the hour in my personal breakout room. So if you want to ask me some more specific questions, I'm going to be there and I'm happy to chat with you. If for some reason you cannot attend that session, my email address is up there. It's just my last name, sherburn@uw.edu. I'd love to connect with you on another time as well. So it'd be great if I could connect with you in the session afterwards, but feel free to email me as well. So with that, that ends my section of the presentation. So I'm going to turn it back to Russ.
Garrick, thank you very much. And we will continue now. Again, anyone asking questions, put them in the Q&A. Use the Q&A button and make sure you name the institution you're asking the question of. Next up, Western Washington University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julia Ide. I'm an admissions counselor here at Western Washington University. I also live in Spokane, so hopefully I'll get to one day see you in person and meet you face to face. But I'm very glad you're here, and I'm glad we can still connect virtually. All right, so we're located in Bellingham, Washington. It can be a bit of a drive, so if you're looking to get a little bit further from home, it's about 7 hours away. Bellingham has a population of around 83,000 people, and we're located between two really big cities. Seattle, Washington's about 90 minutes south of us, and Vancouver, Canada is about 60 minutes north. So if you want to go to one of those larger cities, explore new foods, cultural events, movies, concerts, you can go do that. But Bellingham also has plenty for you to do, and so you will never be bored in Bellingham. Quick facts about Western: we are a mid-sized university, so we have about 16,000 students, and 95% of those students are undergraduates, which has some unique benefits to you I'll address on the next slide. Our average class size is 27, and 99% of our classes are taught by professors. We have more than 175 different majors across our 7 colleges at Western. I want to shout out a few of them here. College of Humanities and Social Sciences, I want to give some love to. I graduated from Western with a degree in anthropology, so I'm a bit biased, but I do love the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Woodring College of Education is another one I want to tell you about. We started back in 1893 as a teacher's college, so we're really proud of that solid foundation that we've maintained in education and training teachers, and we're really proud of the impact we've been able to have on education both in Washington State and throughout the rest of the country. Huxley College of the Environment was one of the first environmental colleges to be established in the United States. So this is something that we have prioritized for some time, the study of the environment, sustainability, and how we can make our campus and our communities more sustainable. If you're interested in any environmental science or environmental studies programs, I really encourage you to look at Huxley. One of the benefits of having a college of the environment rather than just 1 or 2 programs is that you can find a program that's going to be the right fit for exactly what you want to do. Last on that list, but definitely not least, is Fairhaven College of Interdisciplinary Studies. In Fairhaven College, you actually get to work with faculty and advisors to create your own course of study. So if your interests really do lie between 2 disciplines, or if you're interested in social justice, then I'd encourage you to look in Fairhaven College, which also houses our Center for Law, Diversity, and Justice. On the second half of this page, we have some of our popular majors. I do want to emphasize though, popular does not mean better. All of our majors are going to provide unique opportunities to you. So I would encourage you to explore all of the majors. It would be a very long PowerPoint if I had all 175 in here. So I encourage you to explore and see what kind of programs we have. Back on that last slide, when I said we are undergraduate focused and how that benefits you, that means that your classes are taught by professors. 99% of classes are taught by professors, so you're being taught by folks who have oftentimes the terminal degree in their field rather than graduate students. And all of those research opportunities, internships, just going and chatting with your professors, that's available to you as an undergraduate, because we really want to make sure that you have opportunities to really dive in and explore whatever it is you study outside of the classroom so that you're prepared when you graduate to go on to whatever's next. Of course, another huge aspect of your college experience is student life and how you get involved in that campus community. We want to make sure we have a lot of ways for you to get connected and find your people, and clubs are a great way to do that. We have more than 250 different clubs on campus, ranging from academic-based clubs like Chemistry Club and Psychology Club, to Harry Potter clubs, skiing and snowboarding clubs, cereal eating club. So there's always something to do, so you can find your people and keep doing whatever it is that you like to do. We also have a lot of resources for you for support. There's no one formula to a successful college experience, and what you need might be different from what another student needs, and that's okay. We have a variety of resources ranging from our counseling center, our career services center, tutoring center, research writing studio. So whatever it is, whatever school you end up at, make sure you take advantage of those resources. They're there to help you. We're also in a really great location in this little piece of the Pacific Northwest that we're in for all kinds of outdoor activities. We're located about a mile away from Lake Whatcom, and the Mount Baker ski area is about 60 minutes away. So whether you like being up in the mountains, hiking, rock climbing, mountain biking, kayaking, paddleboarding, anything, we have all kinds of outdoor activities. And we have our outdoor center that can help you get outside. So perhaps you want to try snowshoeing, but you don't have the equipment, that's okay. You can go to the outdoor center and rent out equipment, or you can even go and sign up for an excursion led by our outdoor center staff. Here's some info about the application. You can find it on our admissions website. We have our own application. We are test optional for 2021, so if you're applying for that year, if you have those test scores, go ahead and send them in. We will consider them, but if you don't have them, nothing to worry about. You can still apply and you will still be given that same consideration for both admission and scholarships. We do have we do ask for an activities list as well as an essay, and we have an optional tell us more essay as well, if you think there's anything else we should know when we review your application. You'll want to keep an eye on the deadlines. The application will be, early action is November 1st and regular decision is January 31st. Got a quick summary here of tuition and cost of attendance for a year at Western, as well as some of our scholarships. I want to emphasize that when you apply to Western, you are automatically considered for our admissions-based scholarships. So if you apply, you automatically get considered for these awards. There's nothing else for you to do. And I also want to encourage you to look at external private scholarships as well. Don't let thinking you might not get an award prevent you from applying. You never know what that outcome is, and it can definitely help out. And finally, feel free to contact us. We're here to be a resource to you. My name is Julia. Please feel free to send me an email, reach out, let me know what I can do to help out. And I do hope that I'll see you later in the Zoom meeting and we can chat more. So thank you and go Vikes.
Thank you, Julia. And we will continue now as we move from Western Washington into the center part of the state and Central Washington University.
Great. Well, my name is Faith George. I'm an admissions counselor here at Central Washington University. Thank you all for joining us today. So Central Washington University is located in Ellensburg, Washington, right in the heart of Washington State. We're approximately 3 hours from Spokane. So if you're wanting to get a little distance from home but not be too far away, Ellensburg's probably a great choice for you. We are located in the foothills of the Cascade Mountains along the Yakima River. So lots of outdoor recreation opportunities not too far from Ellensburg. Students enjoy Snoqualmie Pass for skiing and snowboarding, lots of hiking, fishing, hunting opportunities nearby as well. We're about an hour and a half from Seattle and roughly 4 hours from Spokane. Ellensburg is a true college town. The population of Ellensburg is about 20,000. On this slide here, you can see that there's about 12,000 students enrolled at Central. So Central really does make up a large portion of Ellensburg. There's a lot of Wildcat pride and Central pride all throughout the community. So if you're looking for a true college town, Ellensburg's probably a great fit. We have a beautiful downtown district that's within walking distance from campus that's home to over 150 different businesses, including over 10 coffee shops where you can study, work on group projects, or hang out with friends. So a lot of students will choose to come to Central because of our size. We are a medium-sized university, just over 12,000 students enrolled, as I mentioned. Average class size is going to be about 25 students and get even smaller as you get into your major. I graduated from Central with my degree in public relations, and my major classes were typically about 12 to 15 students. I really enjoyed that because it meant I got more one-on-one time with my professor, and I was able to build those relationships. Those relationships were important to me because I knew my professors were going to be the people helping me find internships, jobs, writing letters of recommendation for whatever I chose to pursue after I graduated. We have great academic programs at Central, over 135 different majors, plus additional minors and specializations. So no matter what you're interested in or what your career goals are, we probably have something for you. We really focus on hands-on experience that you can apply when you get into your career. We allow our undergraduate students to have the opportunity to conduct and publish their research while they're here at Central. So some of our top majors include business, education, music, and the sciences. Our business program is ranked in the top 5% in the country, and it is also internationally recognized. Our education program is very well known. 1 in 4 Washington State educators have graduated from Central Washington. Our music program is large, one of the largest in the Pacific Northwest. We offer a music education degree as well as music performance, music composition, and musical theater. And our sciences are constantly growing. We have beautiful state-of-the-art science facilities as well. We have some unique majors here at Central that you won't find at other public universities in the Pacific Northwest, including our paramedicine program and our sports management program, our apparel, textiles, and merchandising program, which is great for students who are interested in something like fashion design. All right, applying to Central. So our application is online through the CWU website. There is a $60 application fee. However, we also accept fee waivers. We will ask for your high school transcripts when you apply, and new this year, we have gone test optional, so you are not required to submit your SAT or ACT test scores. You're welcome to submit them if you'd like to, but you won't be penalized for not submitting those scores. Students who have a 3.0 GPA or above are guaranteed admissions. For students who sit below a 3.0, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do a holistic review for you. So we'll look at your personal statement, we'll look at the course rigor that you took in high school. Priority date for our application is March 1st. CWU is a very affordable option. We have all sorts of different resources to help you pay for college. So we really encourage you to fill out the FAFSA or WASFA. We have a great scholarship application. One application will put you in the running for over 300 different scholarships at CWU. It is called Scholarship Central. That application opens November 1st and closes March 1st. So you'll want to get that application in by March 1st. All sorts of ways to stay active, get involved, build memories outside of the classroom while you're at Central. We have on-campus events, we offer professional experience, and there's all sorts of events in the community as well designed for Central students. Clubs and organizations are another great way to get involved, find people who have similar interests as yourself. We have over 150 different clubs that we offer to our students. All sorts of support services available to you as well. It's really important to us that you have the resources you need to be successful during your time at CWU. So we offer things like career services, academic advising, free tutoring, as well as programs for traditionally underrepresented student groups such as TRIO, STAR, and CAMP. All right, so this is my contact information. Like I said, my name's Faith George. I serve the Spokane area. So please feel free to, if you want to pull out your phone or take a screenshot of my contact information here. This is my work cell phone and my email. Please feel free to reach out, and I will also be available for the hour after this session in my breakout room. Thanks so much again for joining us today.
Faith, thank you very much. And we will continue here. One more reminder that if you have any questions for any of our presenters, use the Q&A button. And if it's specific for one of the schools, please note that in your question. Next up, Washington State University.
Hello and good evening, everybody. I'm Randy with Washington State University, Pullman, but of course you'll notice I've got the slide up showing the entire state of Washington, as I do like to note that we do have campuses throughout the state and even one in Spokane. Our Spokane campus is going to be very specialized as it is our health science campus, so students do have to have their prerequisites completed prior to applying to that campus. But today we'll be focusing on our Pullman campus. Our Pullman campus is going to be the largest in the WSU system. It is also our flagship campus. Pullman is a very unique place to go to school, and that our students make up over 2/3 of the population of Pullman. So when school is in session, we have just under 20,000 students, with majority of those being undergraduate students. About, you'll see just under 18,000 of those. Now, although we do have a lot of students, our student to faculty ratio is 16:1. So we do try to keep our class sizes relatively small. So you're going to get to know your fellow professors, your fellow students. And being that we are located in Pullman, definitely a destination location, you're also going to see your fellow students and your professors out having dinner, interacting within the community at on-campus events. You really do become a part of the Cougar family. Now, to help you become a part of the Cougar family, we are definitely, when people ask what is there to do in Pullman, it's get involved on campus. We generally tend to draw those students who are involved in high school or those students who really want to get involved within their university. With over 400 registered student organizations, there's something for everybody. If we don't have a club you're specifically looking for, all it takes is you and a few friends, and you can actually start your own club on campus. But some of our clubs include everything from, of course, our academic department clubs. So we have the business clubs, the Robo Sub Club within the College of Engineering, to the Raptor Club, which works with injured birds of prey. So they help rehabilitate those and return them to the wild, to the companion animal clubs, which works with the humane societies in the area, to the Peanut Butter and Jelly Club, the Humans versus Zombie Club, the Student Entertainment Board, which provides entertainment on campus from different events to concerts to movies. They're even hosting different events in the virtual world while many of our students are learning at a distance. We also have several different opportunities for athletics, whether that be being a Division I Pac-12 school to intramural sports where you're playing other WSU students, club sports, the list goes on. So lots to choose from there. We also have over 200 fields of study, so there's a lot to choose from, and you can really kind of specialize your degree and make it what you're looking for. We're also a Tier 1 research institution as well as a land-grant research institution, so we really want to make sure that not only are you going to classes, getting good grades, but you're also getting that hands-on experience, so when you graduate, you are employable. Some of the ways our students can get involved with their degrees, just to name a few, include everything from organic agriculture. We were actually the first school in the country to offer a degree in organic agriculture. So we do have an organic farm on campus where our students do offer farmers markets on campus, so you can get fresh produce, to different samplings, to the Carson College of Business, where we have accounting, marketing, finance, wine business management, which pairs very well with our viticulture and enology program, where our students actually have their own vineyard and make their own wine. And then our wine business management students actually market, distribute, and sell it under the label called blended learning. We have the Edward R. Murrow College of Communication, so everything from broadcast, they have their own channel in Pullman where they do their own news, weather, sports, to journalism. They have the Daily Evergreen, our school newspaper that's published Monday through Friday. We also have the Boylan College of Architecture and Engineering. Lots of various engineering programs our students can go into. They're working on everything from biofuels to batteries to smart houses. The College of Veterinary Medicine, one of the top vet med programs in the country. So not only are students working with the animals we have on campus, but in our teaching hospital as well. And then several different fields within the health sciences, from nursing, speech and hearing sciences, our brand new medical school, to pharmacy. You can go to academics.wsu.edu to learn more about all of our programs, read strengths of the programs, courses you'll be taking, and more. But for the seniors, top 3 things to do now. Our application is available now at apply.wsu.edu. We are not a member of the Coalition or the Common App. We are our own separate application, $70 application fee to apply, but we do offer fee waivers for qualified students, which you'll find at the end of our online application. You can submit an unofficial high school transcript with your application, and we'll be reviewing those as they are received. We will start sending out our acceptance letters towards mid to late October, so here very, very soon. This year we are test score blind for our 2021 class, so for both scholarships and admissions, we will not be looking at your test scores. January 31st is our priority date to apply, but the earlier you apply, the better. And then FAFSA or WASFA, those are available today now that it is October 1st, and our priority date for those are also January 31st. Finally, make sure you fill out our scholarship application, also due January 31st. Hopefully you're noticing a little trend there, and you can start working on that scholarship application at the same time you are applying to the university, even prior to receiving your decision. But of course, with all of these, the earlier the better. Finally, if you do have any questions, my contact information is on that page. Hope to see you in the Zoom room following. And of course, go Cougs.
Randy, thank you very much for that presentation. We have one school remaining in this session, and that is Eastern Washington University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mandy. I'm the admissions advisor for Spokane County and for Eastern Washington University. I'm stoked you guys are here with us this evening. Happy first day of October. I'm so excited. I am really looking forward to talking to you guys, but it has to be quick, obviously, because I only have 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So as most of you know, Eastern Washington University is located in Cheney. We're about 20 minutes from downtown Spokane, so it makes it really convenient if you still plan on living with your family while going to college, or if you want to go home and visit, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. You also have a free bus pass as a student, so it makes it really easy to get to jobs in Spokane, go shopping, go to internships, personal development, anything like that. It's really convenient. We also have a downtown campus as well, and that's where a lot of our specific majors are based. So you'll probably always take your general education out on our campus in Cheney, but then depending on what you choose to major in, that could be located at our downtown campus. We actually just opened up our Catalyst building, which is going to house things like computer science and design, creative writing, and computer science, a few other different ones. This building is a net zero building. It's Spokane's first net zero building, which means all the power it creates, it uses. So it's one of the smartest buildings and most sustainable buildings actually in North America. So we're really excited about it, and it's going to be an awesome place to go and take classes. Cheney is very much a college town. It has about 10,000 people. We have 12,000 students, so you really get that college feel, but you still have the best of both worlds by being so close to Spokane. We are one of the most affordable schools in the state of Washington. So our tuition sits right a little bit over $7,000 per year. So it makes it very affordable for a lot of students to attend. We give out automatic scholarships, which range from $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000 off, which are specific merit-based scholarships. They also are for all 4 years you're there. So if you get $3,000 off the top of your tuition, you're basically paying similar to what you would pay at a community college. We also have a scholarship application. This is one application, and it puts you in to a pool of all the scholarships that you qualify for. So one application for a bunch of different scholarships. You can't really complain about that. Free money is always good money, especially when we're talking about college. So about half of our students leave completely debt-free and without any student loans. So that's something that a lot of students care about, especially with big conversations about debt and how to make things more affordable. Our programs, so we have 150 different areas of study. Our top majors are going to be engineering and business, biology, psychology, and computer science, but we also have health sciences where we have pre-med, health psychology. We also have a nursing program that's partnered with WSU, so you do 2 years with us, 2 years with them, and then you graduate from both WSU and from Eastern, which is pretty cool. Also, we have a really great forensic science program. So our forensic science program is located in our Cheney campus, but we have the Washington State Archives and Crime Lab right across the street from our campus. So this opens up a lot of hands-on opportunities for the degree. Also, the people who work in the crime lab are going to be your professors. You take classes in the crime lab. So it's, like I said, it's really hands-on and it's a really cool program. We're also the only school in the state of Washington that has a bachelor's degree in dental hygiene. We also have a degree that's partnered with Microsoft. So Microsoft helped us design the program. Therefore, they are basically training people from Eastern to go work for Microsoft, which is really cool. If you're into biology or environmental science, we're one of 3 universities in the nation with a research facility on a national wildlife refuge. So that is really awesome. And again, it's a very hands-on program. So you get to go out and do the things that you will be doing with your degree. The community at Eastern is one of my favorite things about Eastern. It's one of the reasons why I chose Eastern, and it's one of the reasons why I haven't left. You know, we have like all of those clubs and organizations and sports and things like that, but I think something that makes the campus community really special is going to be the faculty and staff. You're going to see them all over Cheney. You're going to see them at coffee shops. You're going to see them at sporting events. You're going to see them in the classroom. You're going to see them in your advising meetings. But we're here to make sure that you're successful. We want you to come here and enjoy your time here. Get everything out of college you possibly can so you can go off and be an eagle and do great things. Some of our clubs that we offer are going to be anywhere between student government, multicultural clubs. We have internships, research opportunities, teaching, student teaching, as well as opportunities to perform in the band, our theater productions, and in art galleries. So part of that community being supportive and being strong, we want you to know as students, we hear you, we see you, and we value you. So we offer a lot of student support services to make sure that you are getting what you need as a college student. I think it's a human flaw when we have a hard time asking for help, but in college, you're gonna wanna ask for help. There's a lot of resources out there that are really gonna benefit you, that you just have to ask for help, and you just have to realize what colleges have to offer, because every college wants you to be successful. So they're gonna give you every tool to possibly be successful, whether that be tutoring or advising. We have a career center, which is one of my favorites. We have a disability support services. So a lot of different options on ways to help you be successful. Important updates about our application. Our application has changed this year as well. It is still specifically an Eastern application. We're not part of the Common App or the Coalition, but we are now test optional as well. And so you have a few different things you can turn in instead of test scores. You can turn in a letter of recommendation. You can turn in AP, IB, CLEP scores, or just on your transcript, running start, and college in the classroom. So application is open. Definitely take a look at that. And thanks again, you guys, for joining us tonight. Please join the Zoom sessions. You got an email with whatever email you registered with all the Zoom links on there. So definitely get out there and talk to some reps and get to know them. Thank you. And it's always a good day to be an Eagle.
Mandy, thank you very much. And we are a few minutes left in the session. So if you've already asked a question in the Q&A, we'll give a couple minutes here for people to answer those before we end the session here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and talk about how you can access this video at some other time. But within about a week, this video will be available to you of this session, all the sessions where you signed up for this one. Again, that'll be available to you in about a week. When you close the window to leave the session, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And this is just one of many sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for additional ones where you signed up for this one. And again, the recording will be available within about a week, same place that you signed up for this one. And we're finishing up the question and answers in the Q&A box. And when that is complete, we will end the session. Again, thank you all for joining us, and thank you to all of the presenters for sharing great information about their schools tonight.